Welcome to D&D Builds, where usually we make all sorts of ridiculous characters, but I have a bunch of patrons that like to contribute and be a part of D&D sessions that I host. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Today we have 4 players, and I already have people letting me know that the audio is synced nicely, which is awesome to hear because that's always a struggle when it comes to Twitch, which is where I stream all of this stuff before I put it on YouTube or podcasts or any of that stuff, which I'm hoping to do with this one. So at level 8, all of our players are coming in. And for a brief backstory as to how these sessions usually work, we usually have kind of a quest of the week. There's some overarching quests that have a bit more of a quest chain going, but we also have plenty that are much more like one time, that's it. But these players have been around for a long time. Some have lost characters, some have managed to keep characters going. But they did decide on a quest ahead of time, but usually I give a range of options. Today, the 4 players we have are Leviathan, who originally was an Aasimar, died, came back as a reborn, and then drank some terrible ooze that has now turned her into a plasmoid, and is playing as a druid. So there's been a lot of changes for this character, but it's still somewhat alive, even though dying once didn't really stop it. Also, we have Jackson, a human fighter barbarian, clad in mostly black and wearing some decent armor. This character was definitely inspired by another character, but we're not going to spoil anything. And next up we have Berg, our wood elf Drake Warden Ranger. His Drake is named Hers, and it is usually a blue Drake, if I remember correctly, or a lightning Drake. One of the two. We'll find out when he summons them. Then finally, last but not least, we have Magnus, a deep gnome blade-singing wizard. That should cover pretty much everybody. And the last thing I have to mention is that all of our quests are usually tied to some other form of media. They are inspired by things like the Ninja Turtles, or possibly other random superheroes or cartoons or random shows. We've had fun with special Halloween sessions, but today we're going to be diving into the quest that was chosen of the 3. The 3 quests I offered were 1, another Ninja Turtles based quest, where previously the team has saved 2 of the Ninja Turtles after they had met one of the others, and there is one turtle brother that has been tracked to a fortress outside the kingdom, and the team is asking to be helped, or the adventurers are being asked to team up with the other turtles to take down their considerable forces. Another quest that was an option is that a spectral beast has been seen outside of a nearby village, and they requested aid investigating it as it has become worrisome. But the quest that was chosen is a small village on the outskirts of the kingdom is requesting aid from unknown creatures terrorizing the town. So that is what was decided on. Now we meet all of our adventurers in the Adventurers Pub. There is quite a bustle going on. There's a few bards up on the stage in the Adventurers Pub, and people are mostly just hanging out, having a few drinks with a handful of quests on the quest board, but you do have that quest in hand. Would anybody like to do anything now that you're actually in the Adventurers Hall?
I'm gonna go to the bar and get some alcohol.
All right, so Leviathan, our plasmoid, is going to bounce over to the bar and get some alcohol. What kind of alcohol would you like?
What kind of alcohol can get a plasmoid drunk?
Unfortunately, it does take quite a considerably strong amount of alcohol to do so. So the bartender, cleaning a glass, and he just says, "Oh, you again. You want the strong stuff?" Says, "Very well. You want it in a bucket again?"
Yeah, sure.
And so he places a bucket on the bar that is large enough for you to essentially hop in and absorb whatever alcohol he dumps in. And then he takes a big bottle of dwarven hard alcohol that is especially strong and dumps it in.
Well, I just pop in the bucket, just
Hey.
absorb it into my body.
Yep, and it soaks in and you swell up. Make a Constitution saving throw. With a 9, you're definitely feeling a little bit drunk. You're going to be a little tipsy, and you kind of lose your balance as you're sloshing around in the bucket, and the bucket tips over. And you just kind of splat on the ground and jiggle a little extra. What about Jackson? What would you like to do?
I don't know. Is he? I think. Well, first of all, I got a question. Jackson went on an important solo mission by himself last time. What ended up coming up of that?
He did find, so for anybody that hasn't tuned in previously, there was a bit of a run-in with a bad guy that was essentially Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, and Jackson went out to try and track him down. That turned out with him gathering a location for a handful of different headquarters that they have. They are known to shift around and not stick at one particular one, but you have a list of most of their primary headquarters now.
All right, that's good. I think Jackson just probably go over the list while he's eating. Probably just like a regular, typical meal in front of him.
Okay. You have a pretty solid meat and dumplings kind of meal as you start scarfing it down. In the meantime, Berg, what are you going to be up to?
Probably coming in after a night's rest, after the incident with the furbog that he had with the on the last mission.
Yeah, Silfer was with him in the last mission,
Yeah.
which is a Furbolg druid barbarian.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. I apologize, but with his previous incursion with Silver, he would probably get a lay of the bar, see everybody, and see you all made it in for the day, and see new faces everywhere, and probably go up to the board, see what's available, and grab take notice of the second one, just for the sake of brevity, and see if anybody else was interested in it.
Okay. And you go up, you find that quest where it seems like a town is just kind of under siege by some sort of horde of monsters that they're having trouble identifying. And then Magnus, what are you going to be up to?
Magnus is, again, his little stout frame is surrounded by a majestic 4-foot beard that is unkept. And he goes through and picks out some beard food. And then he's going to walk up to the bar and be like, "Excuse me, young man. Hello. Bartender.
And
Can I have a booster seat?"
he says, very well. You can find them over in the corner. And you see another adventurer just kind of kicks one over, and it has a little ladder on the back of it for you to like climb up and have a drink at the bar without struggling.
"Thank you, young man. It's hard when you're 100 years old.
He says,
I'm young in my people's age, but I feel ancient."
says,
Anyway.
That's still a youngin' by my people's age as well. As you're talking to a dwarf, and he's just like, I'm well over 300 now.
Do you? I'm gonna look to the guy. Magnus gonna look at the door. Does this bar take IOUs? I don't have any money. My business went under like 4 years ago, and I've been kind of making ends meet. You know.
He says, well,
I'm gonna
you're
take
welcome
out my
to team
little,
up with a few adventurers and take a quest. Those always pay pretty handsomely.
That'll be great. Thank you. Excuse me. I'm gonna stand up in the bar. Excuse me, everybody. I'm Magnus the Magnificent, part-time shop owner and full-time wizard. Does anyone need any help on an adventure? I'm low on cash at the moment. And I'm gonna open up my pouch and pull out like a little thing of lint.
You see most adventurers kind of putting their head down.
Come on now, I'm a great and powerful wizard.
I think at this point Jackson will reluctantly raise his hand. My group and I are going on a quest, if you would like to join.
Oh, well, of course I will. What is your name, young man?
Jackson.
I am Magnus. I shall go with you on this adventure.
Great, we could use the manpower.
Oh, good.
So would
Now,
anybody
let's-
like to do anything to prepare prior to the adventure?
Can I see if there's any like extra information on the quest? Because it just says creatures
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
So can I see if there's like any more information I can get on what creatures?
So they don't they're having trouble identifying the creatures. They just know they seem to be some sort of beast or monstrosity.
So, with that knowledge, would Berg be able to possibly dive in the smaller details about what makes them think of what type of beast or what type of monstrosity they are? Because technically, both of those are my favorite enemy.
Well, you wouldn't have gotten it's kind of like a quest notice, but what you can get from the Adventurers Guild is just that they just kind of assume that you'd be able to handle it. They don't really have any additional information, but they do have information about the town. It's pretty far out, and it's more of a trading post town. There's not really a lot to it, and it's kind of a barren area. There's not even a lot of foliage. It's more of like a desert.
I gotcha. Also, I find it funny that both of my favorite enemies are both beasts and monstrosities, and you just had to say both of them at the same
Yeah,
time.
it could be one or the other. That's all they really know. They don't really have anybody that's like proficient in identifying creatures.
I gotcha.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to head out on foot, or would you like to take a carriage? If you take a carriage, it'll only take you about a day and a half. If you go by foot, it's going to take you about 5 days. 4 to 5 days.
Well, either way, Berg doesn't walk anywhere. Just saying.
Alright, so I guess we'll just take
Do
a carriage.
plasmoids even technically walk?
Yes.
They like slide though.
I mean, they can slide, they can roll, or they can have legs and walk. They're kind of
Oh yeah, I can like
amorphous.
form humanoid into. Yeah, I can turn it like a really short. Yeah, right. We take a carriage.
All right. So you take a
Okay.
carriage. You do have one long rest in the middle of it after a fairly uneventful journey.
I'm gonna change how many spells.
During that long rest, let's see if anything happens. You are not attacked during that long rest, but as you're getting ready in the next morning, a horde of bandits comes and tries to attack, and then, I'm gonna just let's see who's got the highest. I'll say that I'm going to generally assume that our ranger has the highest dexterity, and I'm just gonna let you do one quick attack.
Oh, okay. You were probably correct. I have 20.
Yeah.
So I just roll for attack. I guess Okay.
Yeah, you as they swarm in, you take out your rapier and immediately like stab it straight through the skull of the first bandit, and they are all taken by surprise, and they're like, shit. We were totally assuming you were commoners, and then they all just try and take off running. Does
I'm
anybody
not
want
letting
to?
them. I'm not letting them.
Okay, then let's go ahead and roll initiative as 4 bandits are trying to take off.
Okay.
And we're going to do this theater of the mind because I did not make a map for this part.
Gotcha. So we don't
That's
have to roll
okay.
and we have to click our icons and stuff.
Yeah, just click
I
your
need to
icon
reroll.
to do the
Damn,
turn
I need to
order.
reroll.
Oh shoot! Wait.
Wait,
where's
okay,
my-
fine. Was there?
I got
I'm
21.12 one there.
I'm going to make sure.
GM, I got the 12. I did not click my icon though, sadly.
Yeah, let me bring up. Where's my bad guy? Bad dude. I will make sure that everybody appears. And I will change them to what they're supposed to be as soon as I just need. Cool. And Magnus got a 21.
I got a
plasma-
21.12. It just didn't.
Okay.
I got a
Yeah, I did.
12.18.
Yeah, 12.18. Okay, and then Berg, what'd you get?
Unless you want me to reroll because I wasn't able. Oh no, not reroll, but
Oh,
I
7
don't know
points.
if I can manually play it in.
No, you're fine.
I got you.
All right, and let me just change the order. All right, and I'm just gonna see how this goes. All right, Leviathan, you're up first as you have 4 bandits trying to run away after they attempted to surprise attack you.
This isn't the morning, right? So we just woke up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to use my wild shapes or use too many spell slots. I cast Thorn Whip on one of them.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack roll. That only gave me the damage. Can you...
Oh, hold on.
I don't know why it didn't give me that.
22.
With a 22, you immediately grab it, and the thorn wraps around his neck, and you see his head just kind of pop off, and the thorns are stuck in the head. So you're like kind of whipping the thorn whip around as the head is still stuck to it, and it finally goes flying.
Damn, one hit.
Yeah, they do not have a lot of health. Jackson, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna chase down 2 more of them and then just go in, chase them in, and just like hook one dude with the war pick and like in the side of the head.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make the attack roll. Yeah, with a 15, definitely gonna hit.
Alright.
Thank you, Awesome Zoman, for following.
6.
6 will do the trick as you stab him in the side of the head, and it kind of goes in like just butter. It's like you found the spot in the temple, and it's just like, ooh, there's brain, and then you pop it right back out, and they go collapse.
Is there another dude running up next to me or behind this dude?
Yeah, you can pretty much do like the cool, like go right between them and whip out with both weapons simultaneously to the side.
What I was doing is one dude gets the war pick to the head, and the other guy just comes in. I crack him in the face with the warhammer.
Yeah. So you go ahead and do that. Make the attack roll.
Hold on up.
That is not going to... Oh, wait. A 9... Yeah, a 9 is not going to hit. Or was that the damage? Yeah. That was the attack roll. So that the warhammer will miss on that swing. But I think you still have one more attack because you're dual wielding, right?
Oh, yeah. Because, I do get one more attack because of...
Yeah, because you have extra attack. And then you have an offhand.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, nat 20.
Yeah. And you just like hit with the warhammer again, and as you crush the face, it's just an explosion, and it's just a shower of brains and viscera. As it's kind of like you look up and spin around like it's a romance movie in the winter, and you're like dancing in the snow, but instead it's like brain and skull matter.
It's brain matter.
Yeah. And that's your turn as you wipe out 2 of them, and there's only 1 left. Magnus, you're up.
Okay, how far away is the guy?
He's only about 15 feet away at this point.
I'm gonna move 5 feet, and I'm gonna hit him with my whip.
All right, go ahead and make your whip attack.
Whip it good.
14's gonna hit, and with 7, you just slash at him, and whips don't like get real deep, but it's almost like you whip, it wraps around his stomach, and as you pull back, you don't even see the front of him, but you see something splatter in front of him, and then he falls down face first.
Oh my goodness.
And these guys are just like punching bags of meat, aren't they?
Yeah,
We just Mortal Kombat these guys.
Yeah, they each only had about 5 health, so.
How it feels like to go back to a Soulsborne game when you're max level.
Yeah, exactly. But now you have a handful of bandits that are all dead in front of you and body parts. What do you want to do
everybody,
now?
gather them around. I'm going to cast Mold Earth, and I'm going to have the
I just
ground
eat
open
them?
up.
Jackson's gonna pat them down for their gold or money.
All right, so Jackson starts patting them down for their gold as our plasmoid is going to attempt to absorb one of them, and then
Yeah, I'm gonna go act like I'm gonna go like look for his money, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna take his money and absorb him and just act like I took his money.
okay,
So no one knows.
and then Magnus is moving Earth. Let's see how much money you find on them. a total of 17 gold.
Cool.
Split fairly evenly among the 5. So each one of them is going to have about 3 gold. And then I'm going to say
Absolutely.
that Berg, our Drake Warden, winds up finding 1 extra one. And Jackson finds 1 extra gold. So everybody finds 3 gold, and Berg and Jackson get an extra 1.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Excuse me, young warden man. I believe you're a young ranger. Jackson,
Yes,
bring the bodies over here. We'll bury the evidence. No one will ever be able to find it.
that's one way to do it. And I guess I'll drag the bodies over.
I could just eat them.
No, young Slimoid. We are not cannibals. We are men of reason and of science.
Oh,
We have law.
But I'm not a cannibal if they're not slime.
He's got a point.
Yeah, I guess that is a valid point.
Fine, get some disease. See if I care.
Yeah, okay, I eat them before they start rotting.
Yeah, it takes you a while to start working on dissolving one of them, and in the meantime, Jackson, Berg, and Magnus just bury the other 4, I think.
They just very uncomfortably watch me eat you guys.
Yeah, you just see him like
Start
start
lighting
to
up.
slowly melt away because you can kind of see through Leviathan.
Oh, what if he went from the inside out?
Oh, yeah, that's even worse.
Yeah, like a bunch of them were ripped open. The guy whose head popped up, I just crawl inside like where his neck was, and I
Yeah.
just start eating.
You
Are we
kind
going
of funnel
full-
yourself down the neck hole, and then you just see it out of nowhere, like it's almost like a deflating balloon with a weird pouch in the middle, and then it just slowly melts away, and then you see a sizzling Leviathan emerge.
Are we Cronenberg in this?
No, Leviathan is.
Yeah, Leviathan is Cronenberg in it, which I have been wanting to do a Cronenberg-esque episode for a while, but I have yet to do it. But I'm saving it for
That'd be
probably
fun.
Halloween.
Leviathan versus the Thing. Who would win?
Yeah.
I am a druid. We'll just have like a shape-shifting battle.
So, you guys managed to pack up. There's not too much to worry about at this point. The lowly little bandits don't really make much headway, and or don't really delay you much at all. And you head off on your way. And soon you notice that the foliage and grass start to disappear as it's a bit hotter and the sun is beating down, and it's a bit more of a dry, cracked stone and sand filled area.
I hate sand. I don't know about you guys, but I hate it. Ugh. In the
I like it.
Underdark, that's all it was. It gets rough and coarse and gets everywhere. It's just the absolute worst.
I was hoping you were going there.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it coming from a mile away, but I couldn't stop it.
I wasn't going to stop it.
All right, let me.
I guess Magnus is going to try to trim up his beard. Can someone help me with my beard? I think it's a bit too long. I want a little bit off the top.
I don't really have scissors or anything because I don't think I can hold scissors. So,
But what if you...
Someone-
oh wait, yeah, no, I guess I could turn partially humanoid, but then
The Plasmoid Barbershop? Hell yeah.
I just eat the hair.
So you
It's
do.
like
mean, you just-
perfectly
you
cut.
just dissolved
I just
an entire
melt-
person.
Hair,
It's a
fingerprints,
front.
dental records at all.
It's just a front for like free food.
For who?
Leviathan doesn't care about the
Leviathan.
attention. Leviathan's in it for the free food.
Respect.
So let me go ahead and draw a little cart for what you guys are on. And you can put yourself on top of that gray square, which is going to be the wagon that you all entered on.
Okay, I know how to do this. Ah! I told you I knew how to do it.
Let me make sure that it's on the right layer. Map layer. There we go. So as you look around, every one of these squares that you can see on your map, which for those at home, it is just, or for those only listening, they've arrived in a pretty desolate desert kind of town. You think of something like the Old West, out in the outskirts, not really a lot going on. But you see a bunch of small buildings, fairly evenly spaced. But as you ride in, you notice that a fair amount of the people are standing on the roofs. And they start shouting to you, like, don't
Oh my
step
God, I was
on the
right.
ground.
I was right.
Is this JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? 'Cause
No,
I
it's
know there
even
was a
better.
spin.
It's
Yeah.
even better. I
True.
was right.
Yeah. So
Okay, he did say someone guessed it. So
yeah,
forward.
so
It's
I do
Tremors.
I give DM inspiration
Dude.
for any player that figures it out before I do an official reveal for what inspired it. And Jackson, when I only was talking about it in the chat and brought it up as literally just describing a town on the outskirts being attacked by creatures, first thing he guessed, Tremors.
Tremors.
And it is Tremors that inspired this quest.
Yeah. Funny enough,
Hold on,
I was
so
watching
they're
a video
yelling-
talking about Tremors right before you posted it. It was fresh on my mind.
So, wait, so they're saying don't step on the ground.
Yes.
How would my character rationalize that? Okay.
You have feet.
I mean, yeah, you can. They're like, don't, like. I mean, you would essentially rationalize it as like, don't let your body touch the ground.
Yeah.
So how are we gonna get to you?
So
Also, the cart. What if is it gonna attack the cart? Because the cart does kind of move.
yeah. So then they also start shouting like, "Stop the cart! Just don't move!" And yes, Talon Stark, we're talking about Graboids.
So funnily enough, I love horror movies.
Oh, Graboids!
Tremors
I
is
feel
not-
one of them.
Tremors is something that I'm not really well versed in, even though it's a cult classic.
Tremors is great.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
pretty
Tremors.
I've heard of it like once, never seen it.
Yeah, Talon Stark is recommending everything that you would do in the movie, aka grab the 50 caliber anti-material rifle and call Reba McEntire to back you up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He actually might appear here. He actually might appear in this technically?
Say, what's
Here's
it?
the characters.
Oh, look.
So they're yelling at us to stop the cart.
They're yelling at you to stop the cart and don't step on the ground.
Who's driving the car?
There's just like
No
what are they called? It's basically like old medieval Uber, essentially.
Yeah, okay.
Gotcha.
Wing Zero
Man,
just
stop
says,
the cart.
"I
If
got
he
a plan."
dies, we don't have. If he dies, we don't have to pay him.
Yeah, if he dies, you don't have to pay the whopping like 10 silver for the voyage. But you know he'll
Hey,
be
can you
dead.
go over there?
I hope this ends with me just eating the graboid.
Yeah, and Wing Zero is mentioning, "I got a plan," which is just a quote from somebody in Tremors, and that's it. And Talon Stark is just saying, "Get somebody, kill them fast, essentially, before they mutate." Yeah,
I don't
there's
know what that means.
so in I can't spoil too much from the movie because you know that spoils too much from the quest. So if you want to try and force the carriage driver to move anyways, you can.
No.
Then what are
Well.
y'all gonna do?
Okay, how are we gonna get to the people?
I'm gonna shout to them.
I can
Why
fly.
can't
What do I
we move or touch the ground?
And then they shout back, "They come up from the ground. They can sense you when you're on the soil."
How are we supposed to get to you?
So, I don't know.
I can fly.
Figure something out.
Leviathan just says I can fly.
That solves one problem.
Yeah, for
That
one
still
person.
leaves that still leaves 3 people who can't fly.
No, I can fly, and then you guys can like one of you guys can get on my back. I can pick up the other just and the Drake can fly. So,
Oh, the Drake. That's right.
so I can turn into a.
Well,
a
the Drake's
huge
not even
flying-
out yet. I just have him out for the
Yeah.
Oh,
take
I
a
can.
token.
Yeah, I can turn into a huge flying creature. So all 3 of you could probably just ride me.
I'm
do
gonna.
that.
You know what? I think I have Jackson. Jackson is going to look around. He's like, look at Magnus. Just said, "You're a wizard, right?
Yes, I'm a wizard.
Do you have a spell or something that can distract them and get them away from us, so we can, make our way over to the townsfolk?"
I do. And I'm going to cast. Actually, I could just do that. 1 minute. Look up a spell real quick.
And
'Cause I
there
can do
was
Mold
recommendations in the chat for causing a distraction, and they attack vibrations. But
Oh, so I'm gonna do Mold Earth, and it's 30 feet range, and I'm gonna have it be where let's see, 1, 2. So I'm gonna have it right here, and I'm gonna have Mold Earth where it's just gonna be it's a 5-foot square, and I'm gonna have it where it's going to move. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna cause it. I'm gonna cause it to where where like two shapes appear. It's like two circles, and they're just gonna be moving around in a 5-foot square until we can all get away.
okay, so you're just going to keep like
And that lasts for an
making a
hour.
whirlpool of mold earth, essentially.
Yeah, and that lasts for an hour.
Okay. So where do you want to make that?
I'm gonna make it right here, away enough from the cart.
That's right next to a building.
I mean, you never know. So let's draw a circle for that mold earth, and it's going to be like that. Heyo says, remember the pecking order and pray to Popo using the evocation.
All these squares make a circle.
All these squares make a
These
circle.
squares make a circle.
Oh my god.
He took a
Even-
gallon of LSD. A gallon? A gallon.
I love this.
All right, so you start molding the earth, and then you start seeing this like it's almost like a riptide or just this current as three large forms under the sand starts moving very quickly towards this shifting earth, and
Three of them.
and they start circling.
Are they in a line, perchance?
They are not. They're like coming from. They're essentially
directions.
doing a pincer attack from 3 different directions, and now they're circling, or they're about to circle, unless you're trying to get them in the middle of it.
All right,
No,
so
I'm just gonna have them circle.
They,
so
is it
all right, so
monstrosity or
once
monstrosity
they're
or beast,
distracted,
right?
Jackson, go ahead.
once that they're distracted, Jackson's gonna make a beeline for this building right here.
All right. And you do see like there's like some crates on the side, so you can very easily like vault yourself up to the roof.
Yeah.
But I will still require an athletics check as you try to do so.
That's completely fair.
And Leviathan, yes, they are either beasts or monstrosities, but you have not seen them yet.
Can I like ready my action to cast Dominate Beast if one pops up?
Sure.
Also, I turn into like a more humanoid shape, like Buzz Moonskin,
All right.
just in case I have to make a run for it.
All right. So let's go ahead and roll initiative again, just so that way we can get some turn orders for what's going to happen.
Nah, I didn't do anything.
And remember to click your character before.
Yep. I thought I carried over.
Oh, getting a little bit better on the initiative. Wait, I clicked it, I swear.
It's okay. Sure that I have everybody's thing.
Oh, I had the measurement tool out. That's why I didn't do it.
Oh.
So I did click it, just didn't register. Because, yeah.
So we've got 15. And, okay, Berg's got a 12.12. Cool. And let me make sure, just so I have it. I know it's on the map, but I'm not trying to spoil anything. Hold on. I just need something to click. Otherwise, it doesn't go so well.
It's actually smaller than I thought it would.
Oh, well, it's only that size for right now. It hasn't emerged from the sand. All right. I need 3 of those. All right, and the
Don't
first
worry,
one.
guys, bringing up the rear over here.
All right.
Where, guys, we have the wizard.
He hates sand. Me
Who
that's
doesn't
a
hate
man made out of sand.
All right, so first up, we
Oh.
got one of the Graboids. It's still just circling. Next, we got Magnus.
Alrighty. Magnus is going to. He needs to get to higher ground. So let's see. I have a spell that I can use here. Ooh, it's a 90 feet range. Okay, so I can go anywhere. Where were the people at? Out of curiosity.
They're on the
roofs.
roofs of all of these buildings.
Right. So I'm going to go this way.
Okay, and then you can see down
And I'm going to use my
here
action.
to the southeast of the building, there's some like crates and stuff piled up, so you can semi-easily, since you're a smaller creature, you can climb up and try and get up there.
Yep. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And then I will hold my action
Okay.
to cast the spell. No, I'll just wait. Dan, correct me if I'm wrong. If I want to cast a spell, I have to hold the spell, correct?
If you want to, what do you mean hold the spell?
Yes, the, it means yes.
If I
no,
want,
like,
if I want to hold my action to cast a spell, do I have to start casting the spell?
No. No, it just
beforehand?
means you
Okay.
save that action for when something would trigger it.
All right. So I will enter my blade song, and then I will hold my action. So I am here.
Okay. Jackson, here. Oh, actually, Magnus, I will need an athletics check as you're trying to get up there.
Okay. Oh no. I'm not very good at that. Let me check blade song real quick. Do I get it to add anything?
As you attempt to climb up these crates. Let's see how it goes.
This is where Magnus does. So let's see.
This
I'm not wearing heavy armor or medium armor. Okay. Oh, I gain advantage on acrobatics. That's good, but no advantage on athletics. Okay.
Yeah, you're not like flipping up the top. You're just trying to climb up.
What if
Dang
he
it.
uses his beard as like a lasso?
Can I use my whip as a lasso?
We'll see what happens depending on how this athletics check goes.
Oh,
I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying.
Alrighty, athletics. I have a -1 to this. Yeah.
You do manage to climb up to the first one, but you're like a little tiny person trying to climb up, and your like feet really struggle, so you only make it up to like the top of the first crate, and you don't quite get all the way up.
Ooh.
And then Jackson, you're up.
I make the beeline over to the thing, and then I try to climb up onto the roof.
Go ahead and make the athletics check.
Should have just parkoured my way up there.
Yeah, you make a pretty similar result, as you're kind of like hanging on the edge of the building now, since you're not climbing up the crates. You tried to jump and pull yourself up, but the sides just kind of covered in sand, so you're having trouble finding footing for your feet, but you're just hanging on the side now.
Let's see how long I can hold. Let's see how long I can keep this up.
And now we have one of the Graboids' turns, who is currently circling. It does not notice you yet. Leviathan, the Plasmoid. It is your turn.
I ready dominate beast, and then I turn into the humanoid, so just in case I have to run.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Berg.
Berg saying all this. Does he? Okay, so the Graboids have not surfaced at all, and they're just burrowing, correct?
Yeah, you just see like these large shifting mountains of sand circling a swirling pool of earth from Magnus's mold earth spell.
Gotcha. All right. So first off, he's gonna go ahead and summon hers, flying, because he can fly at this point. So he's not gonna touch the ground. He's just gonna be flying overhead. I had this all thought out. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. He's gonna run over, and try to climb
Okay.
onto the building.
Go ahead and make the athletics check.
And DM, with your rolling,
Mhm.
since Magnus is a small creature, correct?
Yes.
Because he is a gnome.
Yes.
Hers cannot have a passenger because he is a medium creature.
Correct. But
Would he be able to pick up somebody
Yes, he would be able to pick up
Okay.
a small creature.
Okay. So that's an athletics check.
You're pretty much in the same situation as Jackson right now, where you're kind of hanging on the side of the building. You haven't quite gotten your footing yet,
Gotcha.
since you rolled a 13 on athletics. I will need hers, your Drake, to also make an athletics check.
I gotcha. Well, before the end of my turn, I would turn to Magnus and ask him if he needs a hand.
Of course, please help me. I'm too weak
All right.
to get up.
Let me get to his stat block as well. Okay, so he's athletics check. Okay, his is a lot better than mine. Okay, that'll be a 19.
Yeah, he manages to scoop him up and drops him right on the top of the building, and he's immediately like greeted by all of the people. And now we have the Graboids' turns. One of them hasn't noticed. Both of them are still not noticing the running people because this mold earth is really distracting. Magnus, you are up. You see a group of people on top of this building that are kind of reaching over and trying to help both Berg and Jackson up the side of the building, but they're pretty weak. They look like they've been stranded up here for a while and fairly exhausted.
It's okay, people. We're here to save you. I have a vast array of spells that can help us. Can spells real quick. John, gosh, it's Form Haste, Spirit Shroud, Lightning Bolt, Thunderball. I guess I'll use my action to give them advantage
Okay.
to help pull them up.
Help
Okay.
action.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So which person are you going to help?
I will help I will help Jackson because he's next in turn order.
All right. So you run over to help Jackson. Jackson, you're up. Go ahead and make an athletics check just for pulling yourself up. And you can do so at advantage.
I don't think I need advantage.
No. With a 23, you had no problem. You basically just pull yourself up and grab Berg along the way, pushing both of you up simultaneously as you just strong arm this shit. And you both fall onto the building, and you just look back and see the plasmoid hanging out on the cart.
Oh, there goes my plan to mind control them.
And
No, we forgot the Uber driver.
next up is another Graboid who suddenly stops swirling around, and kind of, you see only two figures swirling, and then one mountain of sand suddenly stopped in place. And now you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna keep readying my action.
All right. You gonna do any movement?
Hold on, what happened to the guy who was like moving the cart?
He is currently cowering inside the cart, terrified,
Smart man.
because it's kind of like a covered wagon type of thing.
Okay. Can I? Hold on. No, that takes concentration. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Ready my action for dominate bees, just in case.
All right, so you're going to hang out on the cart. In the meantime, you start. We're going to kind of be out of combat for a second as the people on the rooftop starts talking to the rest of the party, and they say, "Are you the adventurers we asked for? We sent a messenger days ago."
How did the messenger get to town with these things running around?
He said, "We were scared that he wound up getting caught along the way, but it looks like he managed to make it out of town and out of the sand."
Yes, the horrible, horrible sand. Don't worry. We will save you. We are adventurers.
Said, "They have already gotten a few of us. There is even more inside a few of the buildings, but they're much smaller."
How much smaller?
Said, "Well, kind of your size, actually."
Have you tried burning the place down and just restarting?
So, well, if we burn the place down, then we'd have nowhere to stand, and then the large ones would get us.
Have you killed any of the small ones yet?
So, well, a few people did try to go in, and well, we lost Mr. Bakan.
Is that a Tremors reference?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the Asian guy, the store owner.
No.
Oh.
Just think about the name a little bit.
Oh my god, no, not him.
Not him.
Yeah.
I was about to ask if the messenger you sent out looks like the kind of guy who would dance alone in a factory.
He said no. But all we were able to recover from the terrible scene were his shoes.
Can I have those?
And then they say, "Are you going to use them for some sort of spell?" And they hand them over, and a loose foot falls out of one of the boots.
I see it's footloose. Yes,
Save that for me.
You do as you grab the boots, you immediately actually make an Arcana check.
The boots of dancing. They give me a +10 to dance by myself. I'm a wizard. I should know this. If you give me 10 minutes, I can just cast a. Ooh.
I'm gonna do the help action.
You start trying to look, and then you're surprised as the foot falls out. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
As you crit failed that Arcana, you were kind of like distracted by some sort of magic in
Oh,
there,
no.
and surprised by the foot falling. You immediately almost slip back, falling off the building, but you catch yourself with a 17 on the dex save, and you can sense that there's something magical about it, but you have no idea what it is.
Beard lasso.
Which buildings are these things in?
They say that there's some in the building, one to the south of you, and even one more building south.
All right, let me just see. Can I make the jump between the two buildings?
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna make
gonna
another athletics check,
running
but it
jump,
should be
and then-
pretty basic.
A running jump, and then 23.
Yeah, you make that jump no problem.
All right, I'm gonna try to. Is there a way into that building?
Yeah, there's hatches on the top of
Yeah.
the buildings. So it's pretty easy for you to make your way down.
I'm gonna open up. I'm not gonna go down just yet. I'm going to open up one of the hatches and then toss down. I don't know, and then
Grenade.
Yeah,
no. If only.
yeah. If
I
only you had an
don't need-
artificer in the group who had some.
If only I
Bomb
had a
throw.
grenade. All right, what I'm gonna do? I'm going to drop down. For some reason I have this. I'm gonna drop down a set of the manacles that I just happen to have and see if it created something loud enough and heavy enough that it'll make a thud and possibly attract something.
As it makes
Are
a
they-
thud, they both kind of you see that they're kind of shifting, but they don't seem to be moving.
All right, I'm going to go into a rage and drop in.
Okay. You go into a rage, dropping in. Before you do that, I should probably let you at least see how many are in there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ah, okay.
Oh my god!
Just an entire building, just one of those.
Yeah.
The entire building.
It just burst out of the building.
The building is
no.
actually a mimic of those.
Ugh.
The fabled
DnD
build. Or if the sun was a mimic.
So are they? Oh, so there's a few of them. All right, there's 3 of them. Okay, Four.
He's a
Oh.
barb. Maybe
5,
five.
6.
5.
There's 6
Five.
of them kind of roaming around.
Fire.
Okay, well I'm a barbarian. I'm raging.
All right.
Fire.
So you go into a rage and you drop in.
Yeah.
You still have your action. And,
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go. I just swing at the closest 2 of them and just go nuts.
All right, go for it.
All right. Hold on. First attack. 24.
Yeah, 24 is definitely going to hit.
7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage as you chop into this creature and it screeches out.
Oh wait, hold on. I have a +2 to damage, so 9.
Oh, 9.
9 piercing damage.
Yeah, as you hear this piercing, screeching sound.
All right, now I'm going to go in with the hammer and do the same thing.
All right.
16.
16 will hit.
All right, since I'm raging. Oh wait, 7 again.
So that's 9. Another 9 with
No,
rage
yeah,
too.
another 9. Another 9.
Okay. All right. Let me make sure I roll the initiative for all of these.
We're just sitting up here talking with the people, and meanwhile, when it gets to his turn, all we're gonna hear is just Vicious like, "Oh my god, I'm in so much pain! Please help me!"
Except it's not coming from him; it's coming from the other people. It's,
It's,
other
it's
graboids.
coming from the Graboids.
Graboids can speak.
If you know, I could have cast silence before you went in there,
And
just so you could have your fun silently. It's like, but I love hearing the squishies and the squishiness.
with that screech, you do. It's like I need to make a perception check, Jackson.
Perception check. I'm okay at those. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. You don't
I'm
notice
mindlessly
anything.
raging, so it makes sense.
Yeah, you don't notice anything.
Alright, that's fine.
And Leviathan, it is your turn.
Okay, I do want to actually see if these creatures are beasts or monstrosities, because it would be cool if I could mind control it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Let me understand it. So if I just
guy.
hear like, I just want to see if any of the buildings, I just start hearing like a bunch of people talking.
I mean, you heard.
I can understand them talking, and there's 6 of them.
Yeah, you heard a loud. You heard some sort of screech echo from within there, and
So
as you activate Speak with Animals right after that, you can kind of still just hear nothing different.
They're monstrosities.
Most
Okay, how
likely.
dumb should my plan be?
How dumb should your plan be? However dumb
From
you
a 1
want
to
it to
10.
be.
Like 1 to 10. Hold on.
I have a
Roll
dice for
D10.
that. It should
Also,
be a.
can we talk about,
It should be a 7.
All right, I've got a plan.
Okay.
can we talk about how the guy who told me I had to switch out Speak with Animals, just use Speak with Animals? Because it's such a niche thing.
Well, I've been,
I love it.
yeah, Wing Zero is saying they are graboids, so you should just make it a 10 out of 10 on the stupid scale.
Oh, Lord.
So what are you gonna do?
But oh no, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Well, oh yeah, okay.
Wait,
So
We're
you,
not gonna do anything.
so you,
Yeah,
you-
that's it. That's all I
okay.
got.
You're not gonna move or anything. You're just hanging
for
on them.
my next turn.
Okay,
I've got a plan.
cool. This one is gonna come up and screech and attack, and first nat 20 of the day.
No, I had a nat 20.
Oh yeah, you had a nat 20.
I had a nat 20 of the day.
And that 20 on initiative.
Well,
as well.
it's the second nat 20 of the day. Way to spoil my fun with my terrible memory.
It's the third one.
It's in chat.
Yeah, I know it's in chat.
Yeah, we already had 3 nat 20s, and it wasn't on to attack me, like last session.
Yeah. So that's 10 piercing damage coming at you, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, those are easy.
You do succeed. It tries to grab and pull you, but you pull your leg away, but you do feel the piercing bite of this.
Is that after it's halved or before it's halved?
That is before it's halved.
So 5 piercing damage.
Yes.
Who would have thought that the creatures named Graboids would try to grab you?
Yeah.
Oh
Right?
my God, I never saw this coming.
Berg.
Oh my god!
Hearing all that crap go down and seeing him jump across the building into the other one, he would also follow suit and try to make it to the hatch.
All right. Go ahead and make an athletics check for jumping that gap.
Okay. And hers will be following behind me, but I would assume he wouldn't have to do the athletics because he's flying.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You jump over and then you like slam onto the edge, and it takes all of your movement just to get back onto the building. So you are like right at the edge, but you can kind of see, you can see into the hatch on top of the building, but you can't really like jump down.
My intention's not to jump down. I was going to use a bow.
Okay, go for it.
Am I able to shoot
Yeah.
anything? Like, Okay,
You can see one right in front of Jackson.
gotcha. I'll go ahead and do that, which I actually do have archery. Is that to hit or is that to damage? One moment.
Archery, I believe, is a +2 to damage.
No, archery is
Yeah,
accuracy, so it's plus
Plus two.
plus
attack
2 to
rolls.
hit.
Yeah, attack rolls. Okay. So whatever this is, it's +2. Ew.
Well, with a nat 1, that 11 piercing damage is not going for the Graboid.
Bounces off.
Jackson gets hit right in the back.
Oh,
Good thing he's raging
Sorry.
because it's only 5 damage now.
hopefully he never notices it. So with that crit fail, do I lose? No, I don't lose my second attack. Do
Yeah,
I?
you still have a second attack if you want.
Okay, then yeah. So 12 to hit.
12 does not hit. Yeah.
What's the point of using bows? And cure wounds. That's a
That's an action.
okay. That's an action plus it has to be touch. Yeah. Then I'll switch over to hers. Can he fly into the hatch?
What's his
or get
movement
in there?
speed?
It's 30.
No, he
I'm
would
gonna
be
switch
like
that.
right at the top of the hatch. He would still take another 10 feet of movement to fly into it.
Gotcha. Okay. Other than that, he can't really do anything.
All right.
Oh, end my turn.
Okay. So
But someone's got to get in that one, and of course, I am okay to be it.
out of nowhere, let me also. I need to make sure I have this thing up and ready. All right. How big are these? They're large. Okay. The floor breaks away, shoving the smaller graboids to the side, and a large monstrosity bursts through the bottom of this building and tries to attack Jackson. And misses. And apparently, they only have one attack. Cool. Now we got the small guys, though. One comes in.
This is gonna take a while.
What's your armor class, Jackson?
I think
Jackson?
he may be muted.
Oh. Is he muted?
I have no idea.
Oh, he said he'll be right back. I'm going to assume that his armor class is higher
Did Eric get his car back?
than...
So he has armor, right?
Yeah, he has some sort of armor, and I'm assuming it's higher than what... Oh, wait. Oh, I almost forgot to add modifiers. Yeah, this is probably going to hit for sure, because I'm assuming his armor class is not above a 19.
I mean, he could be, since he is a fighter. Plus his dual
Who,
weapon
me?
gives him a plus
Yes,
one.
what's
Yeah,
your armor class?
17.
Okay, yeah, you get bit.
Did I get attacked?
Yeah, you got attacked by a giant, by the large graboid who burst up from the floor, but that one missed.
Okay.
And then a small one reached out to try and grab you, and it does hit for 6 damage before your rage reduction. And I
Gotcha.
need you to make a
Strength save.
strength save, yeah.
And you did not get friendly fired.
23.
Yeah, and you totally didn't get shot in the back, taking an additional 5 damage at one point.
No, I totally didn't have, and that's why it didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Obviously.
didn't happen.
That's weird. There's a crit fail on this list.
Then this other graboid comes running up to attack you. We got another nat 20.
Man, these guys just love critting on me, don't they?
It's almost like they have advantage from something like pack tactics.
Oh, man, that would be really weird.
And that's 9 damage coming at you before it's reduced. And I need you to make another strength save.
4 or 5 that I reduce it to.
4.
Another strength.
Yep.
Man, you just...
Good thing
He's
you're good
like,
at strength.
He's like, throw all these. Don't you have advantage in strength saves too when you're ready?
No, that's Dex.
No, it's strength.
Oh, it's strength.
Oh yeah, but I don't really need it. Clearly,
True.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I haven't
'cause
needed
you
it.
have 4 other people attacking you.
I haven't needed it. Yeah.
And now you are pretty much entirely surrounded. And you
At
get
least-
hit again
Wow.
for 10 damage before reduction, bringing it down to 5. And I need you to make
Death
another
by
strength
1,000
save.
cuts. Death by 1,000 cuts.
That or, yeah, 18. I like 18 better.
Yeah. And then we got one more. I'm going to move the Drake over here so we can see it. But you got one more coming at you. This one misses as you
Oh,
are...
God.
You're like prepared after getting attacked from all sides and you swat it away. Now one of the original ones comes at you and misses. And then we got the last small one coming in for an attack. And that's going to be 9 damage reduced to 4. And despite the fact that I was so excited about critting, I totally forgot to double the dice. So lucky you.
Thank God. I don't think I'd be able to live anymore if you did that. But,
And
Balls.
then this guy. Let's see. Does he notice enough? No, he does not. Magnus, you're up.
All right. Magnus is going to see that his new party is in trouble. He's going to run up to the ledge.
Okay.
He's going to put the boots that he got. He can't put them on his feet, so he's going to put them in his hat.
Okay.
And then he's going to open up his little spell book, which is a deck of cards, and he's going to pull out the Guardian, and he's going to cast Summon Construct at 4th level.
Okay.
And it's gonna be right here. Let me read the spell real quick. And it will be a metal one.
Okay. And how large is it?
It is a medium.
Medium. All right. And is it like going to fall in or?
It's gonna fall in.
All right. So it falls in and we're just going to scoot this one out of the way, pop him in. He's right next to Jackson as this giant metal construct just plops right in here.
And then it will take its turn after mine.
Okay. And I'm sure that's the end of your turn. So
That's the
what
end of
is
my
it going
turn.
to do?
So it's going to take a look, and it's going to beat up these 2 things here. It's going to hit this guy with its fist.
All right. So it tries to run. You can't really make it over there. It can attack the other 2. So we'll go with those. It just can't
It'll
run
attack-
through an
it'll attack-
enemy's space.
It'll attack this guy here then.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack.
And if
So
one of
it
them
is-
hits, go ahead and add an extra d6 to it.
Alright,
Okay.
so it can make 2
If you
attacks, and it has a +4, +3, so it has a +7 to hit. So roll and do 20 +7. I'm assuming 11 does not hit
An 11 does
the
not
first
hit.
attack. Alright, then the second attack.
Second attack
27.
will definitely hit as this construct smashes down. Go ahead and roll the damage, and you get to add an additional how much due to the Drake Warden's ability?
In few strikes, it's an extra d6.
And that's lightning damage, right?
Yes.
Yep. Oh, and it takes an additional D10 of fire damage because it is a metal construct.
Okay.
So it's
You can just roll it all at once.
yep, 1d8.
Not to spoil anything, but there's no special damagey stuff.
And then 1d10 and 1d6, correct? Let me just add roll to all these just to be safe. Alright. Oh wait, I did this wrong. 1 minute. I'm sorry, DM. I'll just do this. 1d8 plus 4.
Yeah, you can just do 1d8 plus 1d10 plus 1d6 plus 4.
Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to do.
So you so this construct smashes down for 15 damage onto this creature, and it really looks crumpled for a second, but it kind of wiggles itself off. And then it is Jackson's
That'll be
turn.
the construct's turn.
Yay, it is my turn. Alright, so I'm gonna go. Which one's the guy who I attacked before?
The one directly to the south of you.
Alright, I'm gonna go after him again, and then if that kills him, I'm gonna go after the guy above me.
Okay.
Alright, actions. War pick. 15.
15 to hit will hit.
Awesome. Good. And then that plus 2. Ooh. 13.
Nice.
13 damage is pretty solid, but it is still standing.
All right. And since I'm all right, now I'm going to do Warhammer to him. Well, we already know that 15 hits.
Yes, 15 does hit.
And that's 12
As
damage.
its little like head thing opens up to sense you, you like smash down into that soft tissue and see the skull crack and it dies.
Yay. And then with my still remaining turn, I'm going to turn around and then essentially smash down on top of the guy directly above me
Okay.
with the war pick. That'll hit.
Yeah, a 25 definitely hits.
10 bludgeoning damage.
Yep. So you smack it upside the head and it just looks a little dazed for a second and then opens its mouth to get ready to attack you.
Fair enough.
It's the big one's turn. It tries to graboid you, and it succeeds.
Oh, wonderful.
Or, well, it tries to bite you at least. Yeah, it doesn't get to use this special ability. Ooh, that is a lot of dice. Okay.
Did I use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs on that natural 20 or no?
I don't think it has to be a nat 20. I think you can reroll anything that.
Yeah, you can reroll anything.
I'm just wondering because I can't. I don't know if I can see it.
You cannot see it.
Okay.
You kind of like dropped that construct in the middle of it. Let me reroll 6. So it chomps down on you, dealing 37 damage, which is halved to what is it? 17? Yeah, 17 damage.
Yeah.
No, 18 damage. Yeah. 18. So you take 18 damage as this giant graboid slams onto you and it doesn't really like the taste of you, but it knows that you're hurting the small ones. Now it's Leviathan, the Plasmoid's turn.
I rolled a 1. So
Yeah, so
I
what?
cast Conjure Animals and summon 8 cave badgers.
8
I
cave
summoned them
badgers.
all. Yeah, yeah. Then I summoned them all like right here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna command them to start like going in circles. And then I ask on its turn I'm gonna ask one of them to do the help action, and have every single other one ready its action to like attack any creature that comes within its range. That's what they're gonna be doing.
All right, so you
And then I
summon
use,
8 cave badgers to just attack anything under the ground that it sees.
Yeah. Yeah, but I ask one of them to do the help action.
Okay.
And then I use my bonus action to turn into
Oh god.
Hold on. Quetzalcoatlus.
Okay, so you turn into what is essentially a pterodactyl.
Quetzalcoatlus is a separate
Yeah.
stat block actually.
Hold on,
It is huge.
I'm double checking.
I'm gonna be like slightly above the air, so I'm like ready to.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're just hovering around as a
With
giant
my
Quetzalcoatl.
badgers distracting.
Yeah.
But my badgers. So I'll have 7 badgers because they'll just die in one hit. Fighting a single one of those fit. A single graboid. While I'll be fighting another one.
All right. So
this idea from Transformers.
let's do the cave badger stuff as they run into one of the graboids. And let me see. And it should be absolutely no surprise that for the big graboids, I'm using the stat block for a bullet.
Yeah, that's probably.
They're too spot on not to. All right. One of the badgers got a critical success.
They can make 2 attacks, so.
Also,
Okay,
that's the
well
most
then the
druid-
first badger got a nat 20.
Yeah, I'm hoping at least one of them roll a 14.
The second badger got another nat 20.
Oh my God.
Yo.
Are the badgers gonna be the
The
fucking heroes
third
of the
badger
story?
got another nat 20.
No.
Oh my god.
Only 7 of them attack, because one of them is doing the help action.
is this actually gonna fucking work? Is the druid gonna druid so hard that the other druids in the world are just gonna bow down to this god?
Because every one of the nat 20s, like they did okay on the first attack, but not enough to hit, and then they nat 20'd on the second attack.
Okay.
Talk about overcompensating.
Yeah. All right, and then the fourth one does hit, but does not crit.
Oh, if it doesn't crit, we don't want it.
Yeah, the fifth one. The fifth one misses entirely, and the sixth one gets another nat 20 because
No.
I think I need to weigh these dice.
What happened to the last one?
So-
They'll lose
One more.
The seventh one also hits normally, and then
The eighth
that's
one does the help action.
and so the eighth one with the help action, we'll throw it onto. We're gonna throw it onto the one that misses, and see if they they got another nat 20 added in.
No, Joe. No way.
So we got 5 nat 20s and 2 normal attacks going through at one boulette.
All of them hit.
This
Yeah.
is a death 5,000.
Yeah. Round of applause for that one for sure.
You mean Death have 1,000 badges?
All these badges making help here. I don't know if we can do that.
These badgers are the MVP.
So we're gonna randomly mix it up between bites and claws for this.
They can do 2 attacks.
Yeah, one's
Oh
with
my
a
God.
bite and one's with a claw. So I'm just gonna
Claws are one hit.
I'm gonna say that we
You do
got.
more damage.
We'll say 4 of the attacks are claws and 3 of the attacks are bites, because it's just supposed to be like randomly 1 and 1. So, all right.
The
So
bullets
the
can only attack 1 at a time.
7.
For sure, bullets only get 1 attack. That's how.
Yes, they do only get 1 attack, but it's not even the boulette's turn. So,
Yeah.
6, 13. And 1 more nat 20 for the double is 8.
So that's like 8 nat 20.
It was 5 total nat 20s and 7 normal ones. Now it's time for some claw attacks. And we got 2 more. Alright. Ugh. Barely out of the total. Oh wait, I need to make sure I'm not going crazy here. Okay, I was gonna say I was thinking of the small one's
Did they
health block.
kill it?
No, I was thinking of the
Okay,
small
never mind.
one's health block, and I was like, holy shit, it actually happened. But no, these have much more health than the little tiny ones.
Okay.
But
So
they
we know
did.
badgers can beat the small one.
Yeah, you hear like ferocious sounds muffled by the sand as they deal 38 damage in total, just biting and clawing at this boulette / graboid.
Wait, so the badgers that I'm communicating and controlling are aware of the bullet's location.
Yes,
Okay.
it is still all underground, about 10
Yeah.
feet underground at the moment.
My man's just fighting a war outside that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
the end,
and-
I just like start partying and everyone thinks I'm crazy.
And Berg
Like,
and Magnus are still.
Everyone just starts cheering for me.
Yeah.
Because they can't see what you did. Then you guys just have no idea what happened.
Yeah, all the people on the roof just see this like plasmoid turn into a Quetzalcoatl and just like flying
Summon-
around, and some weird
Just summon an
creatures up.
army of badgers.
Yeah, and like a bunch of badgers suddenly pop up on the sand and then disappear. And they're like,
They all have.
that's weird, but whatever. Like they don't know what's going on under the sand. They just see you flying around, and then like Berg and Magnus probably couldn't have even seen the badgers appear because of the angle they're at on the roofs. And they're like, why did Leviathan turn into a giant Quetzalcoatl and just flying around? Whatever. Plasmoid's gonna plasmoid, I guess.
What's a plasmoid? It's just
And Berg, now it is your turn.
being completely confused by the Quetzal. So how does Jackson look?
On a scale from 1 to max health, he's looking at about a 67 of a 106.
Okay, so you had me worried there for a second, but I forgot barbarians. You're gonna barbarian. Um,
Yeah,
So,
let's just say I probably would have been dead already if I hadn't been raging.
oh yeah, the most people don't jump into a room full of 6 enemies
Yeah.
willingly.
And
Except
Ozaman made a point that all the badgers essentially made one owl bear.
When I was thinking about the badgers, I was thinking like the Kung Fu Dugongs from One Piece.
Oh yeah.
Like all of them. Okay, so Jackson seems like he needs some help. So I want to stay in my advantageous place and start trying to pick off the weakened looking ones.
All right. Yeah, the one to the side of the construct looks the most weak at the moment.
Gotcha. So I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Markham.
Okay.
Which I've never actually done that before, so let me read the spell. You know, I should probably read things before my turn. I
Might help.
apologize, guys.
But yeah, it's bonus action, and then you get to add a 1d6 or 8. I never remember with Hunter's Mark.
Okay, if I do cast it at a higher level, does it stay that?
It only extends the duration, so I wouldn't really bother.
Oh, okay. So it's not extra damage.
No.
Gotcha. So yeah. So there's no saves, it just happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So, bonus action, Hunter's Mark the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what is... Okay, it just gives me another d6. Gotcha.
Yeah, so anytime you hit it with any sort of attack from you, or I would qualify from your Drake as well, it will activate that.
Okay. So yeah, just gonna take a longbow attack. So that's 23 to hit total. And I can actually roll damage on someone that's not an ally. Oh, I already did. So another d6.
Yep, so add another d6 to that 6 damage as you strike it with your longbow, piercing it and dealing a total of 8 damage.
I think I can also... No, I cannot, because he already used his reaction. Okay. Second attack, is that guy still standing? I'm
It
assuming
is
so.
still standing, yes.
Okay, second attack. Sorry, I'm having to jump between two things. 22 to hit.
Yep, that will definitely hit.
So another, so 7 plus another d6. Ugh.
That is it. Your extra d6 was only a 1, but that's okay. Still 8 damage. And it's looking really rough, but it is still standing.
Okay, and her. Sorry. With the ending of my turn, hers is going to fly in if he can, and just dive onto the person that. Actually.
Yeah, wait, is this? I think that's all of your turn because Hunter's Mark takes a bonus action.
Oh yeah, crap. That's the reason why I never wanted to use a bonus action because fuck, I forgot about that. Okay, that's fine.
No problem. All right, now a boulette does some stuff, and suddenly there's one less badger.
Yeah, makes sense.
Then we got some attacks coming at our barbarian.
Right.
First attack miss, yep, first attack misses. I think it only
Thank God.
gets one. Double checking. First one misses. Now on to the next Graboid, who also misses.
Yay.
Then we finally got a hit for 8 damage. So cut in half to 4 for you.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have another miss from the next Graboid, who is actually attacking the construct but still misses. And then finally the last one coming at Jackson also misses. Lots of misses.
Yay.
They're just intimidated by him. Like, my God, this man's still standing.
Yeah,
And then
Jackson is a terrifying force.
And then we have the other large Graboid taking out one more badger.
Oh,
We still got 6.
Yeah, it's still 6 badgers just hanging out, attacking the crap out of something.
the amount of utility these badgers, I mean, the amount of value we've gotten out of these badgers.
It's pretty
It's
extreme.
already pretty crazy.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of damage. He's taken up 2 people's turns. My God, these badgers a wreath of
Yeah.
memorial.
Yeah. All right, Magnus, you're up.
Alrighty. Magnus is in Blade Song. He has 35 feet of movement. He's like, don't worry, buddies, I'm coming. He's gonna, could I use my whip to, like, swing over to the edge?
I mean, you can't Indiana Jones it, but like you have enough preparation at this point. Your blade song's active. You can jump over with a very minimal athletics check.
I will jump over.
Wait, to be
Come on,
fair,
let's
But
go.
you basically just have to not crit fail this athletics check.
to be fair, the last thing that hers was doing was flying above. I mean, like in this area.
Yeah, he could just carry him over, but
I bet for the Indiana Jones thing, you just like latch onto his tail or something, or his wing or something.
Whee!
but yeah, you jump over. You are on the map. It looks like you're under one of the graboids, but you're not.
Oh,
But you
God,
can
he
now
got grabbed.
see into the hole, which is just above Jackson.
Perfect. I'm gonna see my good buddy Jackson down there. It looks like he's in trouble. So, how tall is the roof, out of curiosity?
It's about 10 feet.
Perfect. I'm going to swing at this graboid with my whip.
Okay.
That is 10 feet reach. And I will cast, because I have a 6th level blade slinger, I'll cast Green Flame Blade for the first hit.
All right.
So, let's see if I hit. Don't fail me now, whip. Hey-ya.
Oh, yeah. Critical success
crit.
on the whip.
Yay. So then I have to roll, that'd be 4d8, correct?
Let me look at Green Flame Blade real quick.
Green Flame Blade's 2d8.
So it does a certain amount of damage to the first one and a certain amount of damage to the second one. At 5th level, you deal an extra
2d8.
1d8 to the first, so that's 2d8. So yeah.
Alrighty.
So you deal 2d8 more to this guy.
That's 9 points of fire damage.
Yeah, so it's for a total of 19 damage whipped at this creature, which is pretty considerable.
And then,
Plus
The
another D6,
second-
I apologize.
okay, we roll d6.
And that would be.
Yeah, and then you get to double that because it was a crit.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
So 2d6 more.
Nice.
11. As
Once
you-
again, the theme.
Yeah, it's like fiery lightning just explodes this thing as it dies.
I was saying, just like
And then this guy here is going to be taking an additional 1d8 because it's going to leap to that target. This guy here.
just like last session.
And the
Whenever
fire damage on the second. So the second creature takes 2d8.
Just a d8 plus my.
Uh,
no,
I
it'd
mean,
just
you-
be a d8.
But you critted.
Oh, you know, it'd be 2d8 plus my spell modifier.
Yeah.
Roll.
So roll that 2d8 plus your spell.
Yeah, just like last session. Whenever I roll stuff, it's terrible. But whenever I give my bonuses to someone else, they
Yeah.
roll really well.
14 points of fire damage.
That is pretty good. So your whip lashes out with lightning and fire, exploding this one graboid beneath you, and then that fire jumps to the other creature, dealing an additional 14 points of fire damage. Do you want to do anything else with your turn? I know the construct still has to go, but...
I'm going to make a second attack with my whip at
Oh,
this
okay.
guy.
Yeah, because your blade song is active.
Love it. I love it.
Oh, no,
let's-
that you can't make an additional attack because you used a cantrip.
6th level blade slinger, I can make 2 attacks, and instead of
You are
whenever I
correct.
make, yep,
Let me double check just to make sure I'm not going crazy.
yeah, no problem.
However, you can cast one of your cantrips in place of one of those attacks. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, attack.
So one normal attack is you go out, lash out with your whip to attack this one to the side that's already been damaged by the fire, dealing an additional 5 damage.
Alrighty, that'll be my turn, and now it'll be the construct's turn.
Oh yeah, go for the construct.
Construct's just gonna roll to hit this guy here. 20. I have this book open up right now. Plus 4, so plus 7. 13.
13 to hit. Does not hit. The graboid manages to dodge out of the way.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
Yay, so roll 1d8 plus 4 plus 4 plus 1d10. And then I do not add the 1d6, correct?
No.
Okay. That would be 12 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of fire damage. Sorry, that is 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of bludgeoning.
So your construct smashes down with its fist, and it just goes into like a paste, as it just goes splat, and then there's a bit of a sizzle from the fire damage, as it kind of turns into this weird pancake on the floor of this building.
Alrighty, and that'll be my turn and my construct's turn.
All right.
So it's not.
It is the big Graboid's turn, who is going to attack the barbarian.
What else is new?
Yeah. That's what you're there for. You're a tank.
But there's literally a metal construct right there.
Yeah. But it did pop out of the ground here. So it attacks, and it definitely hits.
Damn you, primal instincts.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
Oh, yeah, silvery barbs. If you want
Thank
a silvery barbs, go silvery barbsy.
I will silvery barbs that.
All right.
And I will grant Jackson the advantage from that spell.
All right.
Hell yeah.
And the disadvantage caused it to miss. It's like
Yay.
it had these giant jaws coming at it, and then it like had this weird twitch in its mind, and it suddenly like snapped just to the side, leaving an opening for Jackson. Now it is the Quetzalcoatl's turn.
Okay. So since the badgers know where
Graboid.
Graboid.
graboids are, and since I have the help action, can I actually try grab one of them through since it's sand?
If you're gonna get the help, I mean the other one.
I'm gonna grab the one that hasn't taken damage yet.
Well, you would have some general idea of where it's at, but you still can't see it. So you're going to have disadvantage, but if you want to try and grab it, you can, or try and poke at it.
Oh, but can I grab it?
You can try and grapple it, but you wouldn't be able to really pick it up because
Yeah,
it
grapple
is.
it.
Yeah.
Grapple it.
Okay. Yeah, if you wanted to try and
But
do
since
it.
I can fly, I can still technically just bring it up.
You can try and bring it above the ground. It's going to be difficult, but you can give it a shot.
No disadvantage?
It's going to be a disadvantage for the initial grapple check, and then it's going to be
about the help
a
action?
competed check. It already used the help action to help one of the other badgers. Last
No,
time.
I meant use it on me to help me grapple. Last time I meant use it on me.
Oh, okay. Well, we used it on one of the attacks last time, but that's fine. We'll even it out during these attacks. No problem.
So normal.
Yeah, I'll give one of them disadvantage.
It's athletics, right?
Yeah, this is athletics, and
Oh, never mind. I nat 20.
yeah, you nat 20'd on the first one, so you do manage to grab it. If you're gonna try and pull it out, I need you to make a general. I guess you can make another athletics check, which I will give you advantage on since you critted on the first one.
18.
You start pulling, and then you feel so much resistance as it starts pulling you down a little bit, and now you can feel your Quetzalcoatl feet touch the sand.
Wait, so it resists.
It did resist, and it tried to pull you the opposite direction.
Can I use my movement just to fly up though? Because they do still have that.
If you want to let
If I
go,
fly up, will it come with me?
it is in the sand, so that's part of why the competing athletics check existed.
Okay.
So, but yeah, if you wanted to let go and fly up, you can, but otherwise you are currently.
No, I'm gonna keep grabbing on it.
All right, so you are currently not flying now. You're touching the ground
Yeah.
because it pulled you a little bit down. Berg, let's do the badger stuff. I forgot about the badger stuff.
The badgers attacked the same one as last time.
Okay.
Are they honey badgers?
No, they're
They don't-
cave badgers.
Oh, they're cave badgers. Gotcha.
All right. We'll give the first one disadvantage because I used. Oh, And
Yeah.
of course, it has disadvantage when I rolled a nat 20 again.
Oh, come on.
Give it to the Badgers. It's not going to make that much of a difference.
They need all the help
But
they
hey,
can get.
it still hits normally.
Hey,
Which
Yeah,
is fine.
okay.
You know what? That's fine.
Okay. And the second attack on it misses, though. The next one... No, that's 19. All right, the next one will hit on the first one, miss on the second. Next badger will hit on the second one. Next badger will get another hit. And how many do we have? 8?
Yeah.
We got
6, because 2 died.
Well, yeah.
All right, we got one more hit. All right. And we got one last hit. So we got 6 total hits coming through. All right. We're going to do...
Give me like just 7 more turns. The Badgers will get it.
Yeah. We're going to get 3 bites and 3 claws, just splitting it down the middle.
Yep. If it gets to it, I'll just burrow down as another cave badger and just turn into a giant ape with polymorph. Like, while right under it.
And... 4... so many attacks. Yeah. Dealing a total of 29 damage.
I love these
Let's go.
Badgers. So.
Badgers.
This thing's actually, like, probably gonna die soon. 70 health, maybe?
So...
I mean, I remember fighting a bullet once, it had like 80, 90.
I had to fight a corrupted one before, and it was really fun.
Let me see. All right, where's the boulette? All right, it is... The boulette is pissed. But that's all that you know. The other boulette...
Hey, hold on.
Okay.
Which of the boulettes was pancaked by the construct?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to take that one away. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Good call out. And don't forget, Jackson, you have DM inspiration because you knew well ahead of time that this was inspired by Tremors.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the boulette that is currently being attacked by badgers is going to try to attack back, and it will kill one more of the badgers, bringing it to 5 badgers left. And
Yeah.
now we got the little guys. First one's attacking Jackson and misses. Second one also attacking Jackson and hits.
Damn.
Or that's going to be a total of 15 damage coming at you for 7 after you reduce from being enraged.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. So we just had the Quetzal's turn. Or not the Quetzal's, but yeah. I think I might have been skipped.
Oh, yeah, I did skip you. So we'll do that right after this thing happens.
Okay.
And then I need you to make a strength saving throw, which I
An
probably
advantage.
forgot for an entire turn.
18
Yep.
or 24.
Yeah, you managed to not get taken to the ground. Berg, go ahead and take your turn since I accidentally skipped you.
You're completely fine. I zoned out. Just like, being sick and all. So Berg seeing everything trying to unfold down there and not having the best of luck with the bow, he'll put it up, bring out his rapier, and jump down. And seeing how beat up Jackson looks, will put a hand on his shoulder. I'm gonna like pat him on the back and dump a 2nd level cure wounds into him.
Okay, so I think that's 2d8 plus your spell modifier.
Yes. So 2d8. So that's 9 plus. Okay, so 12 overall because I got a +3 in wisdom.
Yep, so
Not much, but
Jackson, you
It
get
was-
12 health back.
it's something.
Awesome.
I gave you back
Sounds
twice the
sort of-
amount of health that I've taken away from you. That you totally didn't know about. Just take. See, I pretty much for the cure wounds thematically, I just pulled the arrow out of his
Yeah,
back.
essentially.
Hey, man, they must have hit you
Never
with the
happened.
spine or something. They must have hit you with the spine or something.
That's so weird.
And
I didn't
That
even know
would
these
be-
things had spines.
And then you still have
Might
your
be a-
bonus action.
bonus action, I learned. I need that. So I'm going to end my turn there with my movement and my action being used, and use my bonus action to get Berg down. I mean, hers down here. And he's gonna barrel into the big one.
All right.
And
barrels into the big one. Go ahead and do whatever kind of attack that would be.
I don't know if I want to try to grapple him because he can just burrow. Plus, he's probably really strong. Or do I want to just chunking out his health? Where's a coin when I need to flip?
I would just
Yeah.
take a chunk out of his health.
What did you say?
When you can kill it, kill it.
Well, I mean, no one's damaged it so far, so I don't think.
No, I don't think
you know
anybody has.
I think thematically, he would just fly down, skirt across, and then lunge out to try to bite him.
Okay, go for it.
Let me pull. I don't know what happened to his character sheet. There he goes. Okay. So it's gonna be
19 will hit. And
19,
for 6
so that-
damage.
plus another D6 for its magic fang. God, let's see when I roll it. This when I roll it.
So minus
That's on-
7, or total of 7 damage coming at the giant graboid that's bursting out of this ground.
And I don't think he can actually really do a bonus action.
No, hey, because it's your bonus action. So
Yeah.
All right, now we're back to the small graboids. This one's going to attack the construct that is currently in this room that is filled with small graboids, one giant graboid, now a drake, and 2 people, and a giant construct. All right, and that doesn't get advantage because it's no longer pack tactics. And it totally misses. It tries to chomp down and just hits metal. Nothing happens to it. Then we have the other Boulette, who is currently being grappled. Let's do a contested grapple check. So as the Quetzalcoatl, make an athletics check. Yep, you are still grappling it.
I was
And
about
that's
to
its action.
Magnus
that
just
was
sitting
its action.
outside watching it.
Okay, good.
Our druid's the master of delaying people. I love it
Magnus
so
would go
much.
down.
I'm
Yeah,
delaying 2 bullets,
yeah,
He is the unsung hero.
and I'm using badgers.
yeah.
And he's going
And
to
a-
go right here.
All right, so you're still on top of the roof over there.
I'm going to go down.
Oh,
into
okay,
the
you're
building,
going down.
And then I'm going to go right here.
So you jump
And I'm
down,
like,
and you can get to there. That's fine.
I'm like, I'm too weak. I can't. And I'm going to look at him like, I'm going to cast lightning bomb. I'm going to say, power. Unlimited power. Alrighty.
As you cast lightning bolt in a line, managing to hit the large and 2 small boulettes, or 2 small
Nice.
graboids.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll that lightning damage.
Taste my
He's
lightning, fuckers. I think that's what. Is that donation?
8d6, and they have to make a dexterity saving throw. DC. Let's see here. What's my DC? My DC is 15. 20 points of lightning damage.
There you go.
And now I believe. Are they carrying anything? Because the lightning ignites flammable objects in the area that cannot be worn or carried. Okay. And then, so that is my action. I cannot. If I move, I probably get an attack of opportunity. Correct? Okay. But I am small, so I will go right here and
I mean,
risk attack of
technically, you can
opportunity.
mount the dragon,
Oh yeah, I'll get on the dragon if the dragon lets me.
and
Mhm.
he is grounded, and so yeah.
And then I will have my construct attack. This guy. Ooh. I could try to finish off that guy. 1d. A 14 probably doesn't hit.
Oh,
We know their AC, guys.
it's at least a 14.
Well, 13 doesn't hit.
Gotcha. I didn't know if anybody rolled a 13.
And I realized I muted myself for a moment, at least to the rest of the audience, but not to.
22
people in this
points of bludgeoning and 10 points of fire.
Yeah, you managed to
This-
obliterate the last small one.
Yay.
And just because I was muted for a second, just to reiterate, the small wizard jumped down, casted a massive lightning bolt that blasted the crap out of 3 of the Graboids, including the large one, dealing half damage to one of the small ones, but full damage to the rest, dealing 20 damage to them. And then the construct just obliterated the other small one.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to have the construct move here and beat up this Graboid here.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack for that one.
Nope, that ain't going to hit.
Nope. You try and smack with a 12, and it misses. It manages to dodge out of the way of this lumbering construct. Jackson,
Alrighty.
you're up.
All right. I'm gonna focus all my energy on the big guy.
All right.
First hit.
Oh.
I'm gonna use my advantage.
Okay. You use your DM inspirate. Oh wait, you have advantage from silvery barbs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Nope.
managed to avoid that crit fail, thankfully.
Yes. And then I'm gonna use my second attack with the Warhammer on him again. Damn, this is not my round.
Nope.
Third attack with the Warhammer. That'll probably
Yes,
hit.
a 19 does hit as you smack the giant.
Alright, so what I'm going to use my superiority die.
Oh, Battlemaster. Nice.
Yeah. And I'm going to use menacing attack. So I do a d8 and then I add an additional d8 to the attack, and then he has to roll a DC 14 wisdom save or be frightened of me.
And
All right.
D6 for lightning damage.
So that's 4 plus, and then that's 6 plus. What's the commando I type to roll? Was it
Slash
slash
roll.
roll?
Slash roll.
There's also a little tool widget at the top left,
So you
So
do a total of 9 damage from the Warhammer.
plus another D6.
Oh yeah, and you get a little bit of lightning damage added on top thanks to the Drake Warden
12.
next to you.
and also I need you to roll me a wisdom save.
Okay. What's the save?
14.
14. It passes.
Damn.
Silvery barbs.
Oh my god.
Bobs.
Silvery barbs to give it disadvantage. God damn silvery barbs. I'm starting to
silvery
understand why people hate silvery barbs. And
I
it
love
fails
silvery barbs.
on the second one.
Awesome. Now
You
it is
scared
frightened
a
of me.
bullet.
It's frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
A regular dude scared a giant monster.
Yeah.
Well, Jackson is a terrifying presence.
Yeah, you are jacked, so.
And now it's its turn, who is now frightened, which means it has disadvantage when it's looking at you. Yeah, a frightened Graboid is going to do what a frightened Graboid does. Try and run away. It tries to start
Badger's
burrowing. I get
That's
1,
4
2,
opportunity
3,
attacks, right?
4 opportunity
Opportunity attack.
attacks. Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, only 3 because I used reaction on the dragon
Oh.
to give extra
Yeah,
damage.
because I also used a reaction on the silvery barbs.
Damn us for being.
23.
23
Oh.
does hit. I mean, you can use a superiority die if you happen to have some sort of maneuver that would stop it.
Isn't gonna hit.
But I don't know.
Grappling maneuver.
I do not. So 4 piercing damage.
All right, so you deal 4 piercing damage as it burrows back into the ground and tries to get away from you.
That's the best damage I've seen all game for myself, and I missed.
Now it is the Quetzalcoatl's turn that is currently grappling.
I would like to try again to grapple the thing.
You are currently grappling it. Now it's just
Oh,
trying
can I
to pull
like
it
drag
up.
it out of the ground?
Yeah, if you want to try and drag it out of the ground, make a athletics check. You do manage to pull it out of the ground. It is now
I
surfaced.
use my movement to fly 40 feet in the air.
It is going to be half, so you bring it 20 feet in the
Yeah,
air.
40. No, my flying is 80, so it's 40.
Oh, all right then. You pull it
Yeah.
40 feet.
Full
You-
damage, so
you
it takes
struggle it.
4d6. Which means it's going to take more damage than what my bite attack would do. From full
All right,
damage
so
if
you
I
pull it
turn
up
back.
into the air and let go.
No, I don't let go. I just keep holding on.
Oh,
He's gonna try to get up as far
Yeah,
up
I'm
as
going to get
possible.
it high. If I
okay.
do the dash action next turn, it's going to take 12d6 damage from full damage.
All right. So you currently
gonna
have
hit
this thing 40 feet in the air.
Yeah, the badgers are going to, just do the same thing. Attack the same one.
All right. So
it gets pulled up.
we got badgers with 2 attacks. What is the plus they get again? +3 to hit. All right.
You look outside, the juror's just trying to relocate it. It's like, no, he's trying to drop it.
We got 1 missing. 1 hit. 2 hit. 3 hits. A nat 20.
Yay.
Yay.
He knows I can't laugh, so he makes them laugh for me.
And I think that is all of them. There we go. So we got 5 badgers doing 2 attacks, and one of them is a nat 20. I will give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that the claws are the nat 20.
Nat 20.
All right. And that means we're going to do 2 bite attacks, 1 claw normal, and 1 claw crit. So 10 damage from the bite attacks.
I think he's actually gonna die. He's at like half health right now, I'm pretty sure.
It might.
5 damage from the normal claw, the normal claw attack.
You know what's probably funny? The people are probably thinking that they're eating each other because the people don't see the badgers in the
No,
ground.
they saw me summon the badgers though.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Because you guys didn't, so you guys probably did. This building still has a couple in it.
We don't even know what's going on.
And with the crit, the badger finds a soft spot, and you see this shifting in the sand suddenly stop
Yeah!
as
The badgers
one
took out
of
a
the giant
graboid.
graboids dies.
I love it.
This is amazing. The badgers killed the poulet. I
badgers
fully
are the
intended
true
these guys just to
MVPs.
distract the guy. Like I fully intended them to just distract one while
Can
I
we get the
drop the
badgers
other
a
from
level up
orbit.
for this?
Yeah, I feel like the badgers do deserve a level up, but unfortunately they're summoned creatures.
Can I level up?
Maybe. We'll have to find that out at the end of the session.
I love how this all sparked with, hey, how good is my idea? Rolls in that one. I have an idea. And it's working so fucking well.
Gentlemen, I may not have a brain, but I have a plan.
Yeah.
And
And,
And it's a good plan.
and,
It's like
okay, and Berg, you're up now.
Oh, I don't know if I could match that. Oh god. Seeing the big one running off and there's 2 small ones left, he'll go ahead and use both of his attacks to try to kill one, if not both of them. Preferably the one that he has Hunter marked if it's still up.
I don't
think
think
that
you
was
have Hunter's Mark
override.
on any of them, but you can still move it to one of them with a bonus action.
No, I'm not gonna sacrifice bonus action for that. Go ahead and drop concentration as a free action, I would assume.
Mhm.
If not, then yeah. And I'll attack the weakest looking one and the one that's closest to death.
The one that's closest to death is going to be the one on top fighting the construct.
Then I'll just go for one next to me because I don't want to skirt around them.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Go ahead and make the attack. 10 is not going to hit.
Yeah. It's like my character's sick as well. Second attack, dirty
Second
20.
attack will hit.
Okay, so that's... I don't think... he doesn't have a reaction anymore. Yeah, that'll just be non-flat.
I mean, you have a reaction now because it's your turn.
I don't... I am... the dragon, does he have a reaction?
Yeah, I mean, you get
'Cause we-
everything back on your turn, I assume.
Gotcha. Because I know his comes right after mine. And
Oh.
I know he gets his own reaction and his own action. But his action is in the form of my bonus action.
Well, I will just go ahead and say for this time, you got it.
Okay. I won't complain with God. You know what? That little zap of the little shotgun, 10 points of total.
Felt a little static electricity along your rapier with an extra 1 damage coming through.
I think that's the third one on the D6 I've rolled.
It
in
is.
a row.
Yeah.
It's rough. Then bonus action, command the dragon. How big is the hole that the bullet made? Or the graboid made?
I mean, it kind of like fills in as it goes, but
Gotcha. So it's not a tunnel, it's a burrow.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like
Gotcha.
kind of dipping into the ground, but it's filled in.
Gotcha. So realistically, a medium-sized dragon would not be able to follow.
No.
Okay. So with that, he'll, if his passenger is willing, he'll leap over me and jump onto the one that I was attacking and make a bite attack against it.
Okay.
Wee.
You flying on a dragon today, son.
Flying.
Alright. I hate that his character sheet always drops off whenever I had to do something. Okay.
Start blasting the bullet with lightning bolts.
12 to hit will miss. And one of the bullet got hit with a lightning bolt already.
Should it have disadvantage since it's being dangled?
Oh, that was the one that was in the building that I hit with lightning.
Oh, never mind.
Do we get like pack tactics or something?
You do not get pack tactics. They have pack tactics. You do not. And
He's not used to having a passenger who's not me, so he's kind of distracted.
Yeah, he misses.
Imagine if that was a thing that parties can get. They can also get pack tactics.
I mean, you
Well,
can
that's
if you
flanking,
have
though.
kobolds.
I mean, I
and
could
stuff.
turn into a raptor. I could turn into a raptor and get pack tactics.
A party of kobolds
Yeah.
get pack.
And then they all go out in the daylight and have disadvantage on everything because of sunlight sensitivity. And then we got
Nocturnal.
one small boulette attacking. Does hit Jackson.
It's always
Okay.
Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson's the one raging.
His
and-
rate hasn't dropped either.
Yeah. And we got, it's just one hit comes in for 14, so 7 damage hits you.
Damn.
And then the next one is going to attack the construct.
Hey, it takes a D10.
What's the, it takes a D10 of damage?
Wait, let me take a look. No, if it gets hit with a melee attack.
Okay, it will get hit with a melee attack unless, what is the armor class on it?
The AC on this puppy is 17.
Yeah, it does hit.
Okay.
So what, roll the D10, see how that goes.
9.
9. It chomps down, dealing 9 damage to the construct, and immediately gets roasted and dies. As fire just booms out from the construct and it roasts it. So one less graboid. Now, I believe, I wish I had kept track of exactly which one was which. No, yeah, that one's that one. Okay. Now it's the boulette's turn that's in the air, who is going to, let's see if it would try and wiggle or try and lash out and attack. I'm going to go
If it wiggles, it's gonna take some damage.
Yeah, I mean, it takes damage no matter what. It's going to try and lash out and attack. What's your armor class?
I don't think a bootleg can do enough damage right now to knock me out.
Yeah, probably not. But what's your armor class as a Quetzalcoatl?
13.
13. It is going to
Not very
hit.
good.
It does do a significant amount of damage.
How much?
usually. I'm going to start rolling.
Doesn't it impose disadvantage if he's grappled?
I mean, he's also being
no, that's
dangled
only
in
if
the
you're
air.
a grappler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like he's being dangled in the air. Come on.
But
You
he's
can still bite
also
your feet.
yeah, he's thrashing essentially to attack you. I would assume.
Of course, I roll insanely low on a D12 4 times in a row.
You're rolling low.
Yeah. yeah, true. So I deal a total of 23 piercing damage.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I survived that.
Okay.
I'm on 7 health, but I survived.
All right. Yeah, I rolled like a 1, a 4, and like a few other not great. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be fine.
Okay, you're still hanging on to it as it's trying to chomp at you. And Magnus, you're up. There is only one
Yeah.
very damaged graboid in this building.
I'll hit it with me whip.
All right.
Hiya!
And the nat 20.
You
Oh, wait,
Or I mean
I
the
did give
crit
Silver
fail, sorry.
Barbs.
you
I did Silver Barbs. So.
You can, yeah, I guess you can silvery barbs as your own reaction.
No,
Well, no,
he
because
didn't.
I said we
Silvery
did
Bard
last
only
turn.
works if you disadvantage another creature to give it to yourself.
Yeah, he
Oh.
disadvantaged
Oh.
the bullet so he would
Yeah.
be
So then I
feared,
chose. Yeah.
and so he could
Oh yeah, no.
impose advantage on himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll do the advantage on myself. I'll do another roll. Yeah.
I got what you're putting down.
There's this other building
15.
filled with them, so I'll just tidal wave it a bunch of times. We'll be fine.
Yeah, 16 does hit for 5 damage, and if you also have to roll the fire and all that stuff,
Yeah.
you don't even have to roll it. You wind up wrapping your whip around this thing, and your whip suddenly ignites in flame as it just completely cooks it, and it dies.
Yeah. And then I guess I'll stay on the dragon,
Wait,
and then because that was my first attack, I'll just stay on the dragon,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna issue my golem a command, and I'm gonna tell it go outside and kill the other one. So it's gonna
All right.
use its, I believe it's 30 feet of movement.
It charges out the front door, and it
Yeah, it's
starts
30
trying
feet of
to
movement.
look around, and it just sees one up in the air, 40 feet up.
It's gonna hold its action.
All right.
So when the bullet comes down, it's gonna beat it up.
All right. Does it
Yeah, I
have an
can't do enough
intelligence?
It does have intelligence.
If
Yeah,
you do
just-
another like one,
It has a
underground-
14 intelligence.
All right, make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no. +2. Let me take a look at anything. It's not proficient in the saving throw, sadly. Alrighty. Yeah.
Okay.
Natural 20.
It's smart enough
Oh.
to know it should stand to the side.
Just
If
stand to the
if it rolled too low, it was going to stand directly under the boulette that was going to come crashing down on it.
It's
Would
gonna
have
stand
landed
to the
on
side.
solid hard metal. That would have probably made it do that.
what if you just spearheaded it?
I was gonna say, what if he just stood there with his arms raised above his head and you speared it as it
Yeah.
came down?
Well, we won't have to worry about that because it's just preparing to smash it as soon as it comes to the ground.
There is one underground,
There is
right,
one
so-
underground that is trying to run away.
and then there's the other building.
Uh,
the one underground.
That we haven't checked.
Alrighty, and then that'll be my turn. I believe.
All right,
It's Jackson's turn.
Jackson, you're up.
Is this right here a window?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go smash through the window and get to the other building.
All right.
You're gonna RE4 it?
What?
You're gonna RE4 Leon out the window?
Yeah, that's
Isn't
1,
that-
2, 3,
Strikes a
4,
pose.
5. No, I think
Oh,
he
God.
just like.
not
Alright,
gonna
and the
survive this.
You said that the graboids were in this building here, right?
Yeah.
Or the rest of the smaller ones.
No!
Yeah, the
I'm
rest
going-
of the smaller ones.
Right. Oh shoot. Can I do anything? Is
You
that
can
just...
burn the building down.
I mean, I'm not sure if I could. I don't know if I can get in. Is this a window too, or is that a wall?
You,
That right
there,
there.
there'd probably be a window on that side.
Alright, I'm gonna step over there, so that's my entire movement, and I'm gonna just bust out the window and start luring them and like make a noise to lure them out to me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hold my action until for them to arrive at me.
All right, they all start screeching, and as you see, let's see, 4, 5.
I'm gonna hold my action for anything that comes to attack me, so that includes the bullet.
All right, so you see 6 small graboids inside this building, and you just start getting their attention. And let's see. Oh wait, the other bullet I had to make sure does something. Let's see. Does it have to keep rolling to see if it's frightened?
No, it's just frightened to the end of my next turn, so it would no
okay.
longer be frightened of me.
Okay. Let's see. So it would use all its movement to go that way, and then it tries, and then you see this mound coming towards you.
Mhm.
Actually, no, you wouldn't. Something
Oh,
else is going
shit.
on.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have the Quetzalcoatl's turn.
Dash action. I'm just gonna keep flying up.
All right. Just make an
I'm
athletics.
doing what yeah, I'm just gonna do what King Ghidorah did to Godzilla and
Yeah.
drop him.
I mean, you already pulled it out of the ground. You're already grabbing. Yeah, so you don't even have to make an athletics check.
I just take the dash action and fly up.
All right, so what is your movement? Because you're still going half speed, but what is it?
80, I did the dash action, so I'm about 120 feet in the air.
Okay.
That's 12d6 so far. One more turn until it's 20d6. No, I'm gonna die next turn because of my Quetzalcoatl's. Hell, I'm at like 7
if they
health.
attack you, it's going to be dropped. How many feet? 120 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is 12d6. But if it doesn't, I can fly another 80 to make it 20d6, which is the max damage. I'll be fine.
Actually, I think fall
you do
damage
have a-
caps out at 10d6, if I recall.
Let me look.
Plus, you do have a construct holding their action to damage it at the base. And whenever it comes. Oh god, another Quetzal.
Wrong button.
But
And comes a
There is-
rock.
There's a maximum of 20d6.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
2 more. Yeah, so next turn I'll be 200 feet, which is 20d6.
Yeah. All right. And then we got the Badgers, who are in the middle of battling another large boulette, or another large graboid, as the one that was running
Yeah.
away ran into them.
Yay.
All 6 of them attack.
There's 5 left.
So yeah, there's 5 of them. And let's see, we got 2 attacks. First one misses
Bad.
entirely.
Oh.
Second
great.
one also misses.
No.
Third one, we got a normal hit and a nat 20.
Oh my god.
These fucking badgers, man.
Fourth one gets a normal hit. And last one gets 2 normal hits. So
These fucking badgers, man.
we're going to do the crit first. 12.
Would dropping the boulette be an action? Like just letting go?
No.
That-
Okay.
You just do it. I think that sounds like it would be a free action, right?
Yeah, that would be a free action.
I'm doing 86 damage per turn technically by just taking the dash action.
So we got a total of 33 damage coming through from your 5 badgers left.
I love this.
I love this bit. This whole bit is
Dude,
just
the
great.
badgers are doing more damage than any of us combined.
Yeah. So they just swarm and start biting and scratching this boulette underground, and they do 33 damage and just trying to gnaw away. It's not afraid of Jackson anymore, but it's mid-battle with all of these other ones.
Badgers.
Oh god, it's fighting. The scared one is fighting the badgers.
Yeah. And Berg, you're up now.
Why do you always get me laughing? My turn. So seeing fucking Jackson jumping out the window, bloodied as all hell. I'll follow him behind.
Jackson's not even bloodied.
To be fair, half health. Fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still not at half health.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you said he was 106 and he was at 66.
Yeah, but then you healed me.
And then you took more damage.
No.
No,
Well,
he hasn't taken
oh.
any more damage. I think he took like one more hit and it was super
I
small.
took one hit and it wasn't that big. It was only 7. But actually, when you healed me, I was about to be damaged. I was just above the threshold of damage, and then you healed me and brought me back up above it.
Yeah.
So I still
Nice.
haven't even been bloodied yet.
I don't really have any uses for my spells right now. So, since I can't really get into the building with everything going on, before we go round 2 on these guys, Berg's going to run through the window, following it behind them.
Okay.
Once again,
Healing.
doing another second level Cure Wounds,
All right.
which is 2d8 plus 3. Yeah, can't go wrong with that. So 13 more to you.
Me?
And
Yep. So you get 13 health back, Jackson.
Oh man, dude, you are making this so easy for Jackson just to mow through these things.
Hey, it's
Just
better
don't
you
get
than
hit by
me.
the tidal wave.
Yeah, it's better you
mean-
than me.
I'm waiting for them to come in. I'm waiting for them to come at me because I held my action.
God, no. So definitely want to use my bonus action to move hers. I just don't know if I want to. Since you're mounted on them, I don't know how far you want to be from your construct.
I just give it directions. and it's just a concentration spell, so I can go wherever.
Okay. So yeah, hers is going to DM once again. Would I be able to fly?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
he's small. That's fine.
Okay. That's the only reason why is because he is small. Is why I would like to ask for that. So yeah, he'll just fly in behind us if he can, or walk if that's easier. Whichever one's the easiest path to get out of that building and over towards us.
All right.
He'll take.
Yeah, I think technically he's not supposed to, but I'll allow it for this time around. It's fine.
I mean, if you want me to do like an athletics check to see if he can hold up to it, because he can still ride him as like a mount, just not flying.
Yeah,
because
I'm
he's
not
a
too
medium
worried
creature.
about it. I think it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so he comes over. Is he going to do anything?
I don't know if I can ready in it. You know what? I will ready in action if I can. If not, I'll leave it up to your judgment call on that.
Yeah, I'd say it could. I mean, it would have to use it's going to use your reaction either way to do the action.
Nah, he'll just end his turn.
All right. Then it is the boulette that is flying up in the air right now. Let's see if it can manage to attack and do anything. It misses as it's flapping around, and
Nice.
it just doesn't have a good bearing when it's all up in the air. Magnus, you're up. You can see through the window there are 6 graboids that are small. Hanging
Alright,
out.
one minute. You take a look at the spell real quick. Do, 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 do. There it is.
I mean, it's not like there isn't.
150 feet.
It's not like there
Alrighty.
isn't a specific spell that's made for grouped up creatures like this or anything that all wizards
Right in
take.
there. Alright. I'm going to, with a 20-foot radius, I'm going to cast Fireball.
There we go. I was waiting for a fireball.
Nice. I just realized Fireball has never been.
Yeah, fireball is like
18.
almost never used in any of my sessions, despite it being one of the most
You know
popular
what?
spells.
Do I do 4th level? Yeah, I'll do 4th level, so it's 96 points of damage.
Yeah, buddy.
98, 96.
40 damage. 41
41.
damage. All right.
That's a pretty good damn roll.
All right. So we got 1 failure, 2 failures, 3 failures, 4 failures.
Wait, did we do the Badgers?
Yeah, we did Badgers.
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
that.
okay.
They're fighting the feared one, or the once feared one.
One passes and 1 more fails.
So 5 failures, 1 success.
Yeah, so with 1 fireball, you managed to do, what is that? 5 times 20, 205 damage just for the failures, and another 21 on top of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As
How are you?
Oh my
5
God.
of them just get completely incinerated, and the last one is very heavily damaged for 21 points of fire damage.
Alrighty. And then that's my
Berg.
action. And then I'll just have my golem just hold its action still.
All right.
Berg looks at
That'll
Jack and is
be
like,
it.
"Why are we even here? Just to suffer."
And Jackson, you're up. There's
all
a
right, I'm
very
gonna-
scorched.
Just stepping into the window. I'm just gonna kill it.
Yep.
Just put it out its misery.
Yeah, it's probably gonna die anyway.
Go ahead and make your 3 attacks.
21
Yeah,
first
21's
attack.
gonna hit.
So that's 6
Yep.
from the first, and
Because you're
then
rage. Yep.
because I'm still raging, I don't know. That's
You know,
gonna hit.
Throw in the extra 3d6 somewhere, just to make sure he's dead.
Yeah. All right, that's another 11.
Yeah, with the second one, you manage to just. It's like you take your war pick, slam it into one side to hold it still,
And then go
come-
and then
Yeah.
swing with the other side, smash it.
Yeah, and it is just
Got it.
destroyed. And then you see it suddenly sizzle a little bit out of nowhere with a little bit of lightning damage. If you want to roll the d6 just to see if you got another one.
Yeah, I'll roll a d6. What if I don't get another one? If I get nothing that isn't a 1 or a 3, Damn. A 3.
Yep.
At least I didn't get a 1.
So yeah, all of these small graboids have been destroyed.
Can you
think
roll
the
for emotional
bullets-
damage?
What damage?
Emotional damage?
Yeah.
At least I didn't roll a 1.
At least there wasn't a 1. All right.
Do you think the Boulette's body part scales can be sold for money?
Maybe
Probably.
you can.
I'm gonna have the
Fair.
badger. Okay, I ordered the badgers once they're done with the Boulette to bring up like the corpse so I can use it.
All right.
Because like its flesh is gonna go splat, but its scales and stuff should be pretty decently attacked.
And there is now 4 badgers left.
Yep.
No.
And now it is your
Dash
turn.
action. I fly 80 feet in the air, which leads to 200 feet, and then I drop it with my free act.
Go ahead and
Wait, no,
roll the 20d6.
Oh my god. This thing somehow survived.
This is gonna be a. Well, hold on. What's our current record for most damage in one turn?
I mean, to one creature, I don't know.
Yep.
Probably 40 something or 50 something.
Yeah. All right.
76. All right.
Oh my god.
It splats
That's
up to
pretty
the
sure
ground.
more than. That's more than its like actual. No, that's not more than its actual health. But it's dead.
It falls to the ground.
It
Oh,
is-
and then
I
the
know.
gong gets to make its 2 attacks.
Yeah. As it suddenly hits the ground, go ahead and make the 2 attacks from the construct. Because this is the first damage this graboid has taken so far.
26.
Yeah, so it splats to the ground, and then it like barely raises its head. And go ahead and make the damage rolls for... Because it gets 2 attacks, I know. So 26
Yeah,
to hit.
plus
First attack does how much?
17.
Oh, that
Holy
is the.
crap.
No, the badger's still got it.
Does it get some fire damage on top of that or no?
Yes, the 6 damage was the fire damage.
Oh, okay. And then it
It's
gets
dead.
1 more attack, right?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So it splats to the ground and it like barely raises its head and it gets 1 strong punch from the construct and then it like barely moans and then the construct just punches it 1 more time, finishing it off because it had literally 1 point of health left.
No, I would have been useful here.
And
Also, I guess I come back down in unwild shape.
yeah, so you come back down, unwild shaped, and
That's nice.
there
I
is
still have my
still
bonus action, right?
you do still have a bonus
I
action.
turn into a cave badger.
Okay, so now we
No,
have.
no, no. I'm gonna wait because I need to cast bark skin.
All right, so you wait to cast anything, and there are 4 cave badgers still under, which all get to still make their attacks, which I almost forgot about.
Oh god.
Please don't kill it. I have something planned.
It's not entirely up
It's
to
your
me.
badgers.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, no, I'm gonna tell them to leave it on like 1 hit point.
I mean,
If
you
you-
can also tell them to do it non-lethal.
Yeah, I mean, if you want
Yeah,
to tell
it's
them to do it
non-lethal.
non-lethal, that's fine.
Like, just
No,
leave
just
it on
knock
1
it
hit
out.
point.
It does not have a lot of health left, so
Yeah, just leave it on 1 hit point.
yeah, it does.
It's just got 1 hit point left.
Yes, the badgers scrape and bite and claw, and it has 1 hit point left. It
So
is
the badgers
barely
killed
alive.
1. The fall damage and the construct killed the 2nd, and the badgers are almost finishing up the 3rd one.
Yeah, which had already taken some damage from other sources.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys not kill it? Just wondering. Actually, no,
It's
can I
your
not on wild
badgers.
shape? Can I not on wild shape then, actually?
Sure. If you want to
No,
still be a
I'll stay.
Quetzalcoatl.
I'll stay in the air. Can I I want them to leave it just just a few feet underground. Like,
I mean,
barely.
it can also. They can also take it to 0 hit points, just knocking it out.
Yeah, and then leave it only just 1 foot underground.
Okay, then you have
So it's still
defeated.
underground and no one can see it.
Okay,
No one can see it.
you have defeated it, but that one is currently unconscious, which nobody else
Yeah.
knows other than you.
Yeah, so it just looks like it's dead. You guys think it's dead.
It's
I have a
underground,
plan.
10 feet.
You are currently out of combat now, as you have defeated an army of Graboids and dropping one from 200 feet and destroying rooms filled with them. And yeah, that went pretty damn well.
I'd say. When you dropped it from 200 feet, it was like it fell out when it drove off the cliff in the end of the movie and splattered onto the bottom of the canyon.
Yeah, good point.
That's true.
I'm like, that has to happen.
I feel like I speak for everybody. I think our druid should get an inspiration.
Yeah, you get DM
I level up?
inspiration.
For all
You level up,
the
you all level up.
that has happened.
Well,
Because my god, that was such a stupid plan, but it worked, and I'm here for it.
yeah, you get DM inspiration for that for sure. And as you have cleared this entire place, as far as anybody knows except for Leviathan, you do get to level 9.
Yeah.
So we
Yes.
are confident
DM.
that this place is. Oh, my apologies. Go on.
I'm just gonna cast I'm not gonna ritual cast. I'm just gonna cast the spell identify on the boots.
Okay, you cast Identify in the boots. I need to check one thing on wizards really fast. 9th level.
Okay, 5th level spells now.
So, it has 2 benefits and can be attuned.
Okay.
1, it gives you advantage on performance checks when it comes to dancing, when warned.
Nice.
2, it allows you 1 casting per day, DC 14, for the spell Irresistible Dance.
Alright.
Don't give it to the druid. He's too creative. He will not know. He will
Yeah,
not know
I'm
when
dumb,
to
but that just leads me to do the smartest things, technically.
I love it.
I
so
think
much.
I'll spend the next hour tuning to it.
Okay. Yeah, so you get access to a 6th level spell before having 6th level spell slots.
Nice.
But
only once
it
per
is
day.
DC 14.
What's a 3rd level spell slot and above?
Yeah.
I only have seconds. After taking a clean sweep of the place, are we confident that everything's gone? All the remains
Hold
are
on,
dead?
hold on. I'm working on something.
Yeah, so what are
What
you
are you
doing
working
with this body?
Oh no, I'm just putting on a bit of a show.
Okay.
Are you weakening a birdie seeing it?
No. I'm gonna wait until it wakes up. So when it wakes up, I'm gonna unwild shape, okay?
Okay.
This is gonna be hilarious.
Eat it.
Then I'm like, hey everyone, it's still alive. So then I wild shape again, but this time I cast Enlarge Reduce. Then I turn into a fish. Then I, a gargantuan fish, drop on top of it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I take
What are you
20 damage.
Please
I
tell
think
me what
20
you're referencing. Because
So
I can't
I
think
think-
of it.
I'm going to
think he's
assume it's
referencing-
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy as a giant whale falls from the sky.
Like a giant fish, like a giant just eel, just falls on top. A gargantuan eel, like Tiamat in DnD is huge.
Yeah.
So I'm like bigger than a dragon god, and I'm a regular eel, just a fish, just like the size of a dragon god, just drops on top of this thing.
So you fly up in Quetzalcoatl form. Then you shift
Yep.
into another one. Falling.
No, I unshift, cast Enlarge Reduce, then shift again.
Okay.
You're gonna take so much fall damage from this. It's not even funny.
Yeah, roll the 20d6. You are falling
willing
on
to
top
take
of
the
it,
damage.
so it'll probably kill it. But
75.
how much?
Yeah, I survive. The giant eel has like 60 health, so I'm fine.
Yeah, so you
Then I
deal
just get
15
up and
points
I'm
of health to
completely
yourself.
fine.
Yeah, I mean, you
I'm just like-
you take 15 points of damage. That carries over. But that's it.
Yeah.
And as you hit the ground, you immediately turn into your plasmoid form and then bounce back up.
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone here should worship me as a god.
And
Like I just came in. I didn't even speak to any of the people, so I just kind of came in, destroyed I dropped one from the sky and I turned into a giant bird, dropped it from the sky like giant, like freaking King Ghidorah from Godzilla. Then I full on top of it as an eel, and I just had 8 badgers kill one of them.
Yep.
Kill one of the things that's been terrorizing them.
So
I used badgers.
yeah, this was definitely a quality creative session. So with that, you have freed the people. They are very happy and they praise you for helping them. They pay the fees for having adventurers help them out, giving all of you 100 gold, and our blade singing deep gnome Magnus has attuned to the boots of Bakan.
Woohoo! I'm gonna do the Dante Michael Jackson thing from DMC5 with the boots.
Yeah. And that brings us to the end of today's session. You are all now level 9.
Yay.
I feel so.
I went with Bear.
Okay, well, Conjure Elemental is gonna be a blast.
Oh, so you took your one more level in Barbarian, so you can be a bear totem.
Yeah, so I have resistance to everything.
That's probably going to be pretty useful for you.
Except for Psychic.
Yeah.
I get nothing because I'm level 9 Ranger, except for 3rd level spell slots.
Well, I'm sure you can figure something out with 3rd level spells.
True.
I'll take Wall of Force.
Wall of
take
Force.
Conjure Elemental.
My enemy.
I can always take Lightning Arrow.
Yeah, like next time instead of badgers, it'll be a giant rock monster that'll just tear them in half.
I can always take Water Breathing. Oh, wait.
Hey, I get an
can
extra
forget
rage.
Water Breathing.
Cool.
You've never been in like water, huh? Like ever.
I already have a cap of Water Breathing, too. That's
Yeah.
the fact.
Oh.
You get an extra rage.
Ayo.
I mean, you could try and summon some stuffs too with Summon Fae as a ranger, or conjure animals.
Yeah.
So what level? Wait, what level is Conjure Fae?
Conjure Fae or Summon Fae is level 3, and so is Conjure
Conjure
Animals.
Fae. It's a separate spell.
Oh, that I don't know.
Yeah, I've already got so much that like I have to worry about with having the Drake on me and everything like that.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up today's session. Thanks. It was definitely a fun one. I liked that one. That was good.
Heck yeah.
I will be having another session next week for some of the other Dungeon Master level patrons, and we'll see what quests they take. In the meantime, if anybody else is playing, or if anybody else in this group is having another session in another party, I hope everybody rolls at least 3 nat 20s in any sessions. So thanks again, and good luck, everybody.
See you around.
See you.
See you around.